Next set of fraction to decimal conversions. So we have our new fraction, which is 3/8, okay? We know we have two strategies that we can try. Number one is where we try and turn the 8 into the denominator into 10, 100 or 1,000. I'm looking at 8 and I'm not seeing an easy way of doing that. It's like the 8 times tables, they don't lend themselves to that. So I'm going to use the other strategy, which is where we divide the numerator by the denominator. And to be honest with you, that is the strategy that I use most of the time. I only ever use the other one if I see that this denominator can be turned into 10, 100 or 1,000 quite easily. Okay, so I'm going to divide the numerator 3 by the denominator 8, and I'm going to put in my decimal point and my 0 because I know I'm going to need to use those in a second. Now my numerator 3 divided by my denominator 8 is 0, and then the 3 is exchanged across. Now 30 divided by 8 would be 3, because that's 24 with 6 left over. And I'm remembering my 0 placeholder as well. 60 divided by 8, well, 8 times 7 is 56 with 4 left over. And lastly, 40 divided by 8, well, 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so when I've divided 3 by 8, my numerator by my denominator, my answer is 0.375. That means that 3/8 is equal to 0.375. Right, we're going to look at one final example, which is 9/12. Okay. Like before, I'm thinking, can I easily turn my denominator into 10, 100 or 1,000 by multiplying it? And not really, so I'm going to go with this strategy again. Okay. It's about the strategy you think is the fastest and the most efficient, but also the most accurate. And I think this is best. So I'm going to divide 9 by 12. This is long division, but we've done this recently, so it should be pretty fresh in our heads. Okay? I'm going to put in my decimal point and my 0 placeholder because I know I'm going to need this in a little second. And I'm going to put a decimal point up here as well because I know I'm going to need it. Right, 9 divided by 12 is 0, and our 9 is exchanged across. Okay, now I'm going to have to think about my 12 times tables. 12 times 7 is 84, and that means I would have 6 left over. And then I put my 0 in, so this is a 60. 60 divided by 12, well, 5 times 12 is 60. And there we go. Nothing left over, so we don't need another place value place. So when I divided my numerator by my denominator, 9 divided by 12, it was 0.75. So, I'll write my answer in. This means that 9/12 is equal to 0.75. Remember, these are the same value, like this amount of pizza and this amount of pizza is the same amount of pizza, it's just saying it two different ways.